What are the signs that you're submitting subconsciously that you don't even know about, but they're affecting your life? Now you might say, well, how do I know if I'm not aware of it? Well, the way you can be aware of what you're emitting is because you're getting it come back to you. We're in an attraction-based universe. You might have heard of the law of attraction sometime. And what that means is that what you think and feel becomes your vibration. Your dominant mood becomes your vibration. And that vibration sends out into the universe. We have a vibrational universe. And those vibrations come back again. And as they come back, that's what we get into our life. And that becomes our reality. So let me give you an example. Say you have a pattern of abusive relationships, and you've had this abusive relationship, you've finally extricated yourself from it. So you've gotten out of that, and it might have been a few years ago, and you know what you don't want. You just don't want that type of person anymore. And you're very conscious of that, but you're not thinking about it all the time. And then somebody comes into your life, and they have signs that you're attracted to. And therefore you get together with them. Now they might seem nice at the beginning, and they might say and do all the right things. But then as time goes by, you find that they're very similar to the people that you, or the person that you had a relationship with before who was abusive. And the same things will begin to show up. So what that means is that you're actually eliciting those behaviors from that person without even realizing it. And the reason it's good to realize it is because when you know what it is that you're emitting, when you know what those signs are, you can change them. These signs work like a neon light in Vegas. If you've been to Las Vegas and seen some of those huge signs that flash and try and get your attention above the other big signs, you'll know what I'm talking about, because you're emitting those signs as well. But the only people who can see those signs are the people who are attracted to them. So if you're having an experience that you haven't moved on for, where you're attracting people who abuse you, and even though you're not thinking about it, it doesn't mean you've moved on from it. So if you're having that experience, you have a sign that says, pick me, pick me, pick me. And somebody who is willing to abuse you will come in to match that. They'll come into your life. And the reason they feel like there's such a good match is because for those signs, or for that experience that you want to fulfill, those signs have to match. So that person will give you all the signs to say, this is the right match for you, this is the right match for you, this is the right match for you. And it is the right match for you. It just may not be the experience that you want. So to have a better experience in love, it's ideal to know what your signs are. The sign that is flashing on your back like a neon light from Vegas. And when you know what those signs are, then you can do something about changing them. So how do you go about knowing or being conscious of the signs? Well, often other people can see them. So if you've been to a therapist, or even friends, if you have friends who are honest with you, a lot of those can see it. I know I've been on a lot of sites, on places like Clubhouse and that, where people are single women, can't find love, and they're talking about it, and I can hear in their language, just the way that they're speaking and what they're saying, why they're pushing love away, why it's not coming into their life. So a lot of times it's obvious to other people, but not to you. It doesn't mean the other person has to be perfect to understand this. It just means that they're far enough outside of your vibration to be able to see it or to feel it or to identify it. And if you can have a candid conversation with them, they can say to you things like, well, you're a little submissive, or you're feeling, I'm feeling like you're backing away from me all the time when we go to talk, or you're very timid. They can, not all of those things they're not going to tell you, but one or two of them. So they'll have that candid conversation with you and let you know what of those things are apparent. And these might be things that you're not aware of, but as soon as you hear them, it'll be like, of course, I am like that. But you weren't born like that. And I want you to know that. You weren't born asking for abuse. You weren't born timid. You weren't born having these experiences. So to know what they are means that you can change them. Everything is changeable, absolutely everything. And knowledge is power. So when you know what the sign is on your back, you can change it. You can begin to put changes in place. And then what happens is the people you start attracting become different because they're emitting different signs. And different signs are matching an attraction. So if you have a look from where you're standing now, and in a few years' time, if you've done this work, you can look back and think, oh my God, how did I ever find that attractive? How did I ever find that attractive? And that's the fact, Jack. People say that all the time. And it's because they matched your experience. We all have an experience in life, and the experience you're having at the moment is the one you may want to move on from. So ask a friend of yours what your sign is on your back, what they think that you're emitting, what your traits are that they think would keep somebody away, or why they think that you're attracting the wrong types. I'm sure they'll have an opinion. People tend to do that. But if you'd like to move on from some of these traits, you can find out more from finding the 5 mistakes to avoid when looking for love, because that is one of them. I'll leave a link below. I'm Gail Marie from Spiritual Soulmate.